Hello and namaste everyone. You're watching Smarty Tech Fizz and I am Anjali with a new video related to the MongoDB. So today I am just starting with some basic of it, that is the object ID. When you used to insert a new document in your collection, you may have seen about this underscore ID, that is the object ID. So we will see what does that mean, how we can use it in our application, how we can abstract the timestamp and how it has been created in a MongoDB. So we will see all about this. So basically our whole topic will revolve around the object ID of the MongoDB. So let's get started. So you can see this is my Mongo shell. You all have been installed a Mongo shell, or if you're not installed a Mongo shell, you may have a Robo 3D on your system, or whether it is a Windows, Linux or any Mac. You can see this is my collection, or you can see this is my collection. This is a command for showing all the DBs. Here are my all DBs. Here this is the DB which I am using, and this is the whole this is the command for showing all the collections in my DB. So today I will see for the this collection, that is the products collection. In products collection I just use the find collections to see what are the elements, what are the documents is containing in my this collection. So as I told you, we will see we will understand the underscore ID in a MongoDB. So what does that underscore ID actually mean? That object ID is containing a 24 digits character. Okay, it is actually a hexadecimal format, and you may have seen the integers and the alphabets in it. So what this whole mean for us? This object ID is actually a 12 byte object ID. 12 byte object ID means that is containing the 12 byte, in which the whole of 12 byte object ID, 4 byte is for timestamp, 5 byte is for that is any random value, and 3 byte is for the incremental counter of your system on whatever the system you are running your MongoDB, and whatever the system you are inserting the MongoDB document, it will take the 3 byte for the incrementing counter. So this whole object ID characters, 24 characters, is built by three different kind of values. First one is the timestamp, second one is the some random value which can be anything, and third one is your system counter. So basically this whole three things create your object ID. So why I am specifying this three characters value, three different values, because I just want to let you know that this object ID actually contain your timestamp as well. So whenever you will insert any document in it, it will actually take that particular timestamp on which you are inserting, and it will take that timestamp and insert it as a object ID. Fine. Now when you will insert, let's say I am inserting anything in this collection. Now let's see, I'm going to insert this single document in the collection products. When I am inserting this, you can see that I'm not giving the underscore ID. So when you can even give your underscore ID, that depends on you what you are giving, but the underscore ID which you want to give, it should be unique in whole the system, in whole collection. If it will not be unique, it will send you an error. Fine. So if you will not provide any underscore ID field, it will take it automatically, and when it will take it automatically, it will take the three different values like the timestamp, random value, and third one is your system counter. Let's insert this. You can see that it has been inserted. You can even insert using insert or insert many or insert one. I am using the insert function. When I will find the objects, you can see that it has been inserted, and it has been inserted using this object ID. Okay, so here I haven't provided any underscore ID. Now let's see, I'm providing it here any underscore ID. that underscore id, that id should be like underscore id, not only id, not in a capitals letter, not in another values. That will not take it as a underscore, that will not take it as similar to the underscore id. It should be only underscore id, and that underscore id you have to provide a very unique value. Let's say I'm providing this, and again this. Okay, this is the value I'm providing for the underscore id. So that should be unique. And you have to understand one more thing, that when you are creating a insert, when you are inserting any object, any document in a collection, the underscore id is a uniquely identified, and it has been uniquely it has been identified as a primary index too. So that underscore id is a primary index. That means it should be unique, it should be available in each of the document, because without this you may not be able to get any document in this. So you can see that I have provided the underscore id, and it is taking it, actually it is taking it as underscore id. And when you will find the document, you can see that it has been inserted using the underscore id. Fine. When I'm inserting it again, you can see that it is throwing me an error like duplicate error key. That means it is saying that it should be unique. Fine. But let's say I want to insert an id like this. It is an id, but it will not take the place for this id. That if you are not giving the underscore id and you are giving this id, it will automatically take the underscore id and insert it as a object id. Fine. You can see that. Fine. Now the main thing I want to tell you, what, let's see, you want to insert a document, and you are inserting a document like this, like this, and with this you may all have been inserting a created on. Fine. You may be inserted like this. But what does this created on means? That the timestamp on which that document has been inserted. But I must tell you one thing, that field is a useless for you, because you already having a field which is containing a timestamp and which is also containing a index on it. So when you are going to create a field, and that means actually it will be very helpful when you want to read it, because at the reading perception for the user, it is very likely to see that okay, you are able to read it properly, but here you will not be able to read it properly. That will be good for the user's perspective. But when you are working on an application, and you want to, let's say you want to fetch a object on the created on, here you have to create a new index. If you have a large number of documents, it will take another space on it. It will take much time to create an index on it. But we are programmers, right? And we are using MongoDB, so that actually don't need it, because we already have underscore id and we already have a timestamp on which the document has been created. We can take the timestamp from here. You have object id in it. If I will say here, let's get a timestamp from this object id, when this object id has been, when this document has been inserted. Just copy this and paste it here, and you can see that it is giving the timestamp as 4th October 13:8. So you can see that it is giving us the time. So you can even fetch the time from this object id. So that is whole about the object id preference. We will see in the next part that how we will convert our date into an object id, so that it will helpful for our application at application level. So this is all about today's topic. Hope it will help you. If you have any feedback on comment, just comment it below, and if you have any query, you can even mail me at the smartytechbiz@gmail.com. You can even tell me that on next topic on which you want to see the videos. So till then, stay tuned with me and take care. Bye bye. Thank you.